Good evening, Niseko. I'm Jeff Curry, and you are listening to Into the Mystic, a program where I talk about the power and mystery of the music that moves us. I'll be introducing artists that I've had the good fortune to know and make music with over the years. Also, it's always a pleasure to share the mostly underground foreign music scene with the Niseko English-speaking community. And remember, I archive all these shows on my YouTube channel, and you can check me out at youtube.com. And my handle is @JeffCurry2881. And today's featured artist is someone who I've met and heard play on many occasions, but unfortunately we've never had the opportunity to play together. Hopefully that changes soon, because he's a great musician I have a ton of respect for, and he's also a really good guy, very funny and personable guy. So his name is Marcelo Kimura, and he's a Brazilian, Japanese, jazz, and bossa nova guitarist. He's a singer and composer, and he was born in Sao Paulo, Brazil, but he's been living in Tokyo since around 2004. And he plays with some of the top names in the Japanese and international music scene. And right now, this month, he's currently on tour with Sadao Watanabe. And you can check his information and schedule over at his website, marcelokimura.com. So, as an American, I hear the word bossa nova, and you know, I was never exposed to the real bossa nova as a kid. So I think a lot of people, if you're not from Brazil, you don't understand that bossa nova is a very involved type of music. A lot of this, I think the stereotype is that it's a very relaxing type of music, kind of background music, you know, 60s kind of hipster music, and it's you know, supposed to be easy on your ears and not very challenging, not very progressive, but that's not true. You know, I didn't really get a taste of real Brazilian music until well after college. You know, maybe when I first got to Japan, I started meeting some Brazilian musicians, and they started turning me on to the real stuff, you know. So yeah, when I say the word bossa nova, it kind of, for me, it still, I have these memories. It implies, you know, this old 60s background music type of thing, but it's not like that. So these days, I'm always searching for the word, the proper word for bossa nova, where it makes me feel like it's what it is. And I just call it Brazilian jazz these days because, yeah, it's an art form that's just really deep and heavy, and it's just as, you know, deep as jazz or any form of music when you think about it. So I want to play you a track from Marcelo's album, and the album is called Samba a Distancia, and distancia means distance. And yeah, this is the title track from his album, and I think you'll see what I mean when it's very jazz influence, fusion influence, and this is a very burning song, so check it out.
Fala, Kimurão. Terminei a letra daquele som. Tem tudo a ver com aquele lance de distância que a gente tinha conversado, hein? Espero que você goste. Tá indo aí.
Fala, Brunão. Legal, cara. Recebi aqui a letra. Acho que vai rolar, hein, mano. Valeu.
Anoiteceu, respiração. Anoiteceu, hora do som. Anoiteceu, o violão. Anoiteceu, satisfação daqui. Sambiando daqui. Noite no colo daí. Pinga sol. estudar o sumo, falar arigato, kyo, toque, birimbau, de lá, aqui. Anoiteceu o violão, bala no trem, Musashi no. Anoiteceu, inspiração, rala que vem a cor do som. Anoiteceu, hora do som. Anoiteceu, o violão. Anoiteceu, satisfação daqui, sangueando daqui, noite no colo daí, pinga sol, ioiô, a distância já vai raiar, saravá, amanheceu, alto bar, amanheceu, sem razão, amanheceu, continuação.
Haha, yeah, that's great. It's got that, Brazilian spirit, and then it's got all this other stuff in it that's just really grooving. It's so tight. And that's, Marcelo Kimura is his composition. And you have Daniel Bader on drums, Gustavo Anacleto on saxophone, and Kiichiro Komobuchi on the bass. And it's really cool. I know all these guys. So Daniel Bader, the drummer on that recording, he played on my band's first EP. My band Ismatic, which is kind of a progressive metal band. So he's a very, very talented drummer. He can do anything. And then Gustavo Anacleto, the saxophone player, played in an old project of mine when I first got to Japan, a project called The Outer Rim. And he did a great job in that band. So yeah, and Komobuchi, he's a legendary bass player, especially among the Brazilians. He really gets the bossa nova and samba grooves. He's really great. So anyway, how I know Marcelo is Daniel was playing, the drummer was playing at the Sumida Jazz Festival. I have a lot of Sumida Jazz Festival stories, but apparently there was a jam session happening at one of the places that was hosting an event. So I went there, and it was late, and it was just Marcelo and Daniel Bader. There was no other person on the bandstand, and I was a little confused by this. It was just guitar and drums, but you didn't miss anybody because those guys were throwing down. They were playing so passionately, and I don't know what they were playing. It sounded like free jazz, but it sounded like they knew what they were doing. I can't describe it, but it was a lot of fun. And it was something. It was just something to behold, and it was really cool to talk to Daniel and Marcelo after they played. because I was like, I don't know what you guys were doing, but that was like really magical. And they, you know, they're really great guys and funny too. They would say like, oh, we don't know what we're doing either, but you know, but that's not true. They really do know what they're doing. And so yeah, and Marcel is a really cool dude. He's kind of like me in a way, in that he grew up as a rocker, you know. So he started out, you know, playing kind of hard rock and heavy metal. He was showing me pictures the other day. Now, you know, he had long hair and, you know,